Hi, welcome to Solomon Says, a division of Hebrew Wizards. I'm here to teach you everything that you need to know about being Jewish, so that you too can become a wizard. Hi, I made this board just for you. The Famous Jewish Wizards, Part 1. So let's talk a little bit about Theodor Herzl. Here he is. Doesn't he look like Theodor Herzl? Theodor Herzl was the Jewish Martin Luther King. And he believed in a dream, and his dream was to make Israel a Jewish homeland. He wanted to find that all of the Jewish people scattered all over the world, he wanted to find a place where everyone can be together, to live together, work together, and speak Hebrew together, and have a place where everyone can come together and feel united. And his dream was to find a place, and he is the founder of Zionism. And Zionism is the idea that the Jewish people do have a homeland, and the homeland is Israel. Unfortunately, Theodor Herzl died, and much earlier than that. He died in 1904, well before the dream was a reality. And in 1949, Theodor Herzl's coffin was flown to the new state of Israel, and he is buried on Mount Herzl looking over Jerusalem. It's a wonderful story about a man with a dream, and that dream became a reality, and we're so happy that it did, because now we have a place that the Jewish people and all people can call their own. So we have David Ben Gurion. He was Israel's first prime minister, and he served 2 terms. And here he is. And we do these wonderful wizard characters, and it kind of looks like him. And if you look him up, you'll see the resemblance. And he founded the Ezra Society to teach everyone Hebrew so that they had a language of their own. And he is responsible for making a united Israel-Arab Jewish state. He also formed the Lions Club and helped raise money for Israel by selling Israeli bonds, because they needed money, and he figured out a really great way to do it by selling Israeli bonds. And many people were able to buy it, and Israel was able to pay for all the things that they needed to do to become a wonderful, wonderful state of its own. He also was responsible for ordering Germany to repay lots of money of reparations for the Holocaust. And Israel received, and a lot of the Jewish people received, lots of funding from the terrible atrocities that happened during World War II. That war was between 1939 and 1945, right before Israel became a state in 1948. The next person that I think is really wonderful, and this is Golda Meir. And if you look at her, she looks a lot like Golda Meir, with the wonderful hat and the pearls, representing our first woman to become prime minister. And she was the 4th prime minister of Israel. And she was known as the face of the world, and everyone loved her. She was very popular, and she was very charismatic, and she did a really wonderful job. But in 1974, there was an invasion during the Yom Kippur holiday, and it was Israel against Egypt and Syria, and it was a surprise attack. And Golda was recognized for her humanity, but she was not really appreciated for the lack of preparation that she had during that war, and was forced to resign in 1974. But we remember Golda as a wonderful, wonderful woman, and one of the most charismatic women of all time. The next person we'd like to talk about is Henrietta Szold. She was born in 1860 to 1945, and she was the founder of Hadassah. And it's very interesting. If you remember Queen Esther's name was Hadassah, and that is an organization for women all over the world that helps provide health and education and services to Israel and to all people of all over the world in the Jewish world. Henrietta Szold was for research in behavioral sciences, and Mother's Day in Israel is the 30th of Shvat, which is the day she died. And we wish her a happy Mother's Day with a beautiful cake. And we remember this wonderful woman who was very, very important in helping make Jewish women a society where we can help and make a difference. So she was a women's liver. We really like her, and we're going to miss her a lot. We next have this wonderful scientist named Haim Weitzman, and he was the first president of Israel. And he was extremely bright and into the sciences and is known for the Weitzman Institute of Science, which is in Tel Aviv. And he wrote a famous book called The Trial and Error. And so you can see him represented by his flask and his scientist outfit. And we remember him as a very important figure in Israel. We now have Menachem Begin. He was very smart with his big glasses, and he was known because he got the Nobel Peace Prize. He was the Prime Minister of Israel, and he was the 6th Prime Minister, and he served from 1977 to 1983. And he died not that long ago, in 1992, about 20 years ago. And Sadat and Begin received the Nobel Peace Prize. So the two of them together received this amazing award as they found peace between two rival countries. Israel built the West Bank and the Gaza Strip under his leadership, and we remember Menachem Begin as a wonderful, wise person, and we're going to miss him too. Moshe Dayan, he was especially known for his distinguished eye patch from a gun wound. He was actually shot in the eye, and he never replaced that eye, and as a result, he decided to wear this eye patch, and it became part of who he was. And now when we see anyone with the eye patch, we immediately think of Moshe Dayan. He was the defense minister and the foreign minister from 1932 to 1974. And he was known as the fighting symbol of the new state of Israel. So you see, these are some of the people that shaped Israel. These are not by far the only people that shaped Israel, but these are the key people that I'd like you to know. I hope that you found this board helpful in learning a little bit more about these wonderful, famous Jewish wizards. 'Cause I wanna be a wizard.